Radhe. So we are reading from Shishista Vavali. This is Srila Ragunath Das Goswami Prarthana. 4 prayers by Srila Ragunath Das Goswami. Prayer number 1. In the morning, Jatila becomes very angry when she sees a yellow cloth on Radhika's breasts. Time and again, she looks at Radhika's rolling eyes and the big bruises on her bimba cherry-like lips. Lalita Sakhi then deceives Jatila by speaking false but reasonable words to her and looking at Radhika with false anger. May Sri Radha, who then fearfully praises Lalita, protect you all. In the morning, Jatila becomes very angry when she sees a yellow cloth on Radhika's breasts. Time and again, she looks at Radhika's rolling eyes and big bruises on her bimba cherry-like lips. Cuts. Lalita Sakhi then deceives Jatila by speaking false but reasonable words to her. And looking at Radhika with false anger. May Sri Radha, who then fearfully praises Lalita, protect you all. In his Siddha Swarupa, Srila Ragunath Das Goswami here offers 4 prayers and concomitantly relishes the sweetness of Shri Shri Radha Mohana's intimate pastimes. The only means of survival for a premika means loving devotee is the relish and experience of these sweet pastimes, whether in dreams or in visions. When he suffers the pangs of separation, great humility arises in his heart, and his life airs come up to his throat. Then these self-manifest sweet pastimes arise in his dreams and visions and save his life. Such visions are only normal to Shri Ragunath, who is the Lord's eternally perfect associate. In Mana Shiksha, he very humbly considered himself to be an ordinary neophyte, struggling with all kinds of obstacles. Now, strong feelings of separation upset him and carry him into the kingdom of sweet and greatly relishable confidential pastimes. It is the end of the night, and the eastern horizon is filled with the morning red. On Vrinda's indication, the male and female parrots awaken Shri Radha and Mohana, who are served by their attended girlfriends and maidservants. Upset about their impending separation, Radha and Mohana slowly leave the Hemambuja Kunja at Govinda's Thali. This is the golden Kunja situated near the Govinda temple, the present Govinda temple in Vrindavan. And they begin to return home. During their nocturnal sports, they had exchanged their upper garments, and the Sakis have a lot of fun when they see Radhika wearing Krishna's yellow cloth and Krishna wearing Radhika's blue cloth. When they show each other how many bruises they have on their limbs, they giggle and cover their mouths with their veils. The enchanted divine pair does not understand why the Sakis are laughing and just look around here and there. Srimati, in the company of her Sakis, angrily curses the sunrise with wonderful, lust-inciting, nectarian words. Mohana then describes the wonderful beauty of the Vrindavana forest and shows it to her. The divine couple simply forgets to return home while they are thus absorbed in their clever conversations. Meanwhile, on Vrinda's indication, an old female monkey named Kakhati indicates the coming of Radha's mother-in-law, Jatila. And then the Yugala fearfully and quickly leave for their individual homes. At this stage, the Sakhis forget that Radha and Krishna return home with each other's clothes on. In such a state, everyone goes to sleep in their own homes. It is morning time. The sun has risen, for long illuminating the eastern direction of the universe with its golden rays. The world becomes filled with the sounds of work, but Shri Radha and her girlfriends, exhausted after dancing the rasa all night, are still asleep. Then Jatila enters the bedroom of her daughter-in-law and awakens her for doing Surya Puja, saying, Vadhu Mata, get up, get up. It is very late. Your time for doing Surya Puja is passing. When Lalita hears Jatila's voice, she wakes up and awakens Radhika also. After being called by Lalita many times, Shrimati finally wakes up and sits up in her bed. Her ruddy rolling eyes indicate that she's been up all night. Her chest is wrapped with a yellow cloth instead of her own blue cloth, and she has big bruises on her cherry-like lips, indicating her nocturnal enjoyments. Seeing this, Jatila becomes startled with great anger and repeatedly casts crooked, snake-like glances at Sri Radha. Lalita, who understands that this is a very serious situation, then deceives Jatila by speaking the following false but reasonable words to her. Oh mother, your daughter-in-law is extremely self-willed. She doesn't listen to us. What can we do? Although we have forbidden her, she still drank a lot of honey wine last night. That is why her eyes are all red and rolling now. We told her, Ai Radhe, there is a strong Malayan breeze blowing. It can bruise your tender cherry lips. Cover your mouth with your veil before you go to sleep. But oh mother, she didn't listen to us and went to sleep with uncovered face. Now you can see the result. Then again, O venerable one, respected one, if you look at something, after first having stared into the blazing sun glow, you see everything yellow. The same things happens to us sometimes, although we are still young girls. In this way, you imagine that Sri Radha wears a yellow dress instead of her usual blue one. Factually, she doesn't wear yellow dresses, even in dreams. Jatila's anger subsides after she has been addressed in such a reasonable but definitely false way by Lalita. She becomes a little embarrassed and leaves the room, shaking her head. As soon as Jatila is gone, Shrimati fearfully praises Lalita, who still stares at her with falsely angry eyes. And Radhika praises her, saying, O Lalite, you are most conversant, and you always act for my welfare. Your compassion on me is endless. What calamity has overcome me because I ignored your warnings? My heart is still thumping in my chest of fear. Tell me how I can become well again. Shri Ragunath Goswami relishes this pastime in a Purana, as if he experiences it directly. The sensitive devotee who is fixed in smarana will also occasionally think, I am directly seeing these pastimes. He will forget the idea of I am doing smarana. when his smarana becomes very deep. Shri Ragunath dwells in the kingdom of transcendental vision and relishes these visions very intensely. The practicing devotee should also identify himself with his Siddha Swarup and experience as much as he can during his smarana. These experiences will gradually carry him to the realm of deeper relish. Shri Raghunatha's vision has ended.
Shri Rag. Yeah.
To facilitate the smarana of all the practicing Raganuga devotees of the world, he most mercifully is keeping a loving picture of these relishable pastimes in front of them. The love-anointed mental eyes of those devotees who take shelter of Srimad Das Goswami's lotus feet and who relish this verse with an ecstatic heart will soon perceive this Rasika morning pastime.
Yeah.
They will perceive Shri Radha's beautiful bedroom and Shri Radha's pale face when she beholds Jatila's angry face.
Wow.
They will see Jatila shyly leaving the room after Lalita deceived her with reasonable words.
Yeah.
And they will see Srimati praising Lalita with love and fear at the same time after she regained her presence of mind. These pastimes, which are endowed with different emotions, will appear in a pure heart of a loving devotee who is fixed in smarana, and take him to the kingdom of transcendental pastimes.
Yeah. This is the luck. This is the mercy that we don't need any explanation for that. Only we need one good speaker who explains word by word sweetly. It goes inside, penetrate inside in our heart. and you see that. And the day it starts, wow, you are in right path. You done. You have some sukriti in life that you start moving now. Radhe, Radhe. One more you want to listen?
There is little left also.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Disturbance is boring. Disturbance, explanations, they are all boring here. Because what to explain? I understand this. No need to explain. I can feel also, and I can understand also. It's so simple and so easy that I can feel it and understand it. And I like to be that. Yeah. Wow.
Most mercifully, Srila Ragunath Das Goswami blesses all the practicing devotees of the world, saying, Radha Dhruvam Patauva. May Radha always protect you all. The question may now be asked, if Radha asks Lalita to save her, then how can she herself protect the devotees? Yes, she truly protects the devotees. For by remembering her, they will remember their Siddha Swarupas and leave the ocean of material suffering, where they are absorbed in bodily consciousness, to be gradually taken along to the kingdom of transcendental pastimes. Yes, she truly protects the devotees, for by remembering her, they will remember their Siddha Swarupas and leave the ocean of material suffering, where they are absorbed in bodily consciousness, to be gradually taken along to the kingdom of transcendental pastimes. All material desires of someone who hears, remembers, and describes these pastimes will be destroyed, and he will swiftly attain the highest kind of devotion to God. This blessing was also clearly propounded by Shishuka Muni in the benedictionary final verse of the Rasa Lila chapters in Srimad Bhagavatam. Thus ends the prayer number 1.
Second. Radhe.
Shri Ragunath Das Goswami's Prarthana, prayer number 2. I fan the young dancing couple of Raja, who both have become exhausted from their extensive dancing on the stage in the assembly of Cupid, situated in the yard of an incomparable forest grove. They are accompanied by the instrumental music of the expertly singing cuckoos and the songs of the humming bees. I fan the young dancing couple of Raja, who both have become exhausted from their extensive dancing on the stage in the assembly of Cupid, situated in a yard of an incomparable forest grove. They are accompanied by the instrumental music of the expertly singing cuckoos and the songs of the humming bees. In his Siddha Swarup, Srimadasa Goswami perceives a sweet, confidential pastime of the Yugala Kishore in the Vilasa Nikunja, and overwhelmed by ecstasy, he describes it in this verse. The practicing devotees should endeavor to awaken their spiritual identity, Swarup Abhiman, and to similarly relish the flavors of these pastimes. Bodily consciousness is a powerful obstacle to preventing the pastimes of the Yugala Kishore.
Yeah. Again.
In his Siddha Swarup, Srimadasa Goswami perceives a sweet, confidential pastime of the Yugala Kishore in the Vilasa Nikunja, and overwhelmed by ecstasy, he describes it in this verse. The practicing devotees should endeavor to awaken their spiritual identity, Swarup Abhiman, and to similarly relish the flavors of these pastimes. Bodily consciousness is a powerful obstacle to perceiving the pastimes of the Yugala Kishore.
Underline it.
The highest aim of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas is the loving service of the Yugala Kishore in Manjari Bhav, in allegiance to the eternally perfect Manjaris. Therefore, the more practicing devotees can give up bodily consciousness, identify themselves with their Guru-given Manjari Swarupas,
Wow.
and become absorbed in internal bhajan, consisting of hearing, chanting and remembering, the more they will awaken a deep relish and a devotional ecstasy within their hearts, which will carry them towards the kingdom of Leelas.
Sriraji underline hearing, chanting and remembering. And again read.
The highest aim of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas is the loving service of the Yugala Kishore,
Loving service, Yugala. Only Gaudiya Vaishnava do this. If you are Gaudiya Vaishnava, you know do, you are not Gaudiya.
in allegiance to the eternally perfect Manjaris.
Because if you are not perfect, you will never glorify your Swami Radhika. If you will perfect in your Manjari Sarup, you will not glorify other thing in life. Everything is useless for glorification. It is finished now because I am Manjari of my Swami and I will glorify only this. And in glorification, I will glorify the love of her for his lover. How she is ready to give everything. And every moment she wants to do. Jatila come, Kutila come. They defame, they want to fight with her. She is ready to tolerate everything. She cannot do many things. Lalita, Vishakha, they are happy. Because she don't know any other thing than Krishna. That's the problem. After this, she is angry and she is meditating in Krishna. She cannot do any other thing. She is so mad for Krishna. Others has to take care of her. That is the glorification subject for the Manjari about her Swami. After so much chastising with her Jatila, she is not there. She is listening, but the mind is same place, is not moving from there. And who can see? Only Manjari can see who is very close to him, and she cannot stop herself to glorify this beauty. That is the Gaudiya Vaishnava. One. Other is nothing to do. How to come out from my body, the identification. To my Sarup identification. That I am your Dasi. And to glorify this, your beauty, and your sweetness and your love. That way, your false ego, our false ego, to do identify my material body, automatically they will be finished. No test will be there. No feeling will happen, no desire will happen. Only for the service you feel, do, but you have no desire for that. Seva. Only Manjari is always in the service of Swami. One point. Sri Radha. Right. Go on.
The highest aim of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas is the loving service of the Yugala Kishore
Wow.
in Manjari.
Wow. To watch it, highest loving of exchange of their service. Highest. What you cannot imagine that you will do that. Most highest. Learn. First we have to learn. We are in very lowest. We have to learn the highest. Therefore,
In allegiance to the eternally perfect Manjaris, therefore, the more the practicing devotees can give up bodily consciousness and identify themselves with their Guru given Manjari Swarupas,
therefore,
and become absorbed in internal bhajan,
underline, never, nowhere you will find this verse.
This is highest.
Never you will find other place.
Therefore, the more the practicing devotees can give up bodily consciousness, identify themselves with their Guru given Manjari Swarupas, and become absorbed in internal bhajan, consisting of hearing, chanting, and remembering. The more they will awaken a deep relish and a devotional ecstasy within their heart, which will carry them towards the kingdom of Leelas.
Wow. Carry, you don't need to do it. Read it. They will carry you in Palankini or chair. You see, two brothers, one on the find the way, Ahit ki kripa, God, unconditional mercy. And one brother said, you have to work hard for that. Both are right. But when we practice this way, it becomes easy for us. And if we do practice different way, easy for us and different way, not this way, then it's very difficult.
Esta es la forma fácil y la otra forma es la forma difícil.
Easy only can be possible here. This way. Again reaches. Because Siddhar also here. Yeah.
The highest aim of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas is the loving service of the Yugala Kishore
Siddhar.
in Manjarivan,
Ah.
in allegiance to the eternally perfect Manjari. Therefore, the more the practicing devotees can give up bodily consciousness, identify themselves with their Guru-given Manjari Swarup, and become absorbed in internal bhajan, consisting of hearing, chanting, and remembering. The more they will awaken a deep relish and a devotional ecstasy within their hearts, which will carry them towards the kingdom of Leelas.
Again, last line.
The more they will awaken a deep relish and a devotional ecstasy within their hearts, which will carry them towards the kingdom of Leelas.
Carry them. Carry means not you have to do effort, yeah. Carry, they will carry you. Your Sarup will be carry you to. But this is the condition. If this is not fulfilled, then very difficult. And if it's fulfilled, they will carry you. If you practice this. Guru Kripa. This is the Manjari Sarup Sadhana. Radhe Radhe, go on.
These verses are the remnants of Sri Ragunath Das and his relish of sweet Yugala pastimes.
Wow.
And it is the main internal practice of a practicing devotee to hear, chant, and remember these verses.
Wow. Yeah, hearing, like we are hearing from her, chanting, three things, remembering. What to remembering? Our Ishtadev, Jugal. My Swami, Sri Radhe.
Sri Radha.
Wow. That to remember. If you desire
Se quiser है,
to remember and serve,
vontade, servir,
remember your Sarup.
recuerda fazer isso.
Why we chant
Porque cantamos
that to remember my Sarup.
para recordar isso.
Rupa Manjari Pad,
Rupa Manjari, eu faço que Rupa Manjari.
Jai Murtan Sampada.
Se Rupa Manjari
What is Dhan Sampada? My bhajan and pujan. What is Pada? Rup Manjari Pada. That is my Dhan Sampada. That to follow the Rup Manjari means follow to the Manjari, our my Sarup Bhav is the bhajan and pujan. Region of bhajan and pujan is this. Sri Radha.
These very powerful words will make the practicing devotee qualified in all respects. On the bank of Shirada Kund is a solitary grove temple. There, Radha and Mohana are seated on their clay bed. There are no sakis around, just Shri Ragunath in his Manjari Swarup, engaged in fanning them and massaging their feet. How wonderful is the beauty of this kunja, which is called Madana Sukhada Kunja.
Sri Radha.
The grove, the kunja that delights Cupid, or the kunja in which Cupid delights the Yugala Kishore. This kunja is worthy of the name Madana Sukhada.
Sri Radha. Today, give the rest in Kunja. Jai. Madan Sugda Kunj is the Kunj of Jugal. They live there. Sri Radha. Huh? Every book. Huh? No one is the less than each other. Yeah.
Make kirtan good.
Huh?
Make kirtan.
Yeah. Like harmonium is also good. Give that.
Did I harmonium?